And off we go.
Is in there for a strike. A sinker at the knees has us underway at 7:10. 62 degrees at Dodger Stadium. Tonight's Time and Temp brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Mays 0-1. That sweeper low and away. The count evens up. And that's the pitch. Jose Mota, we talked about it pregame. The sweeper for Dustin May. It was truly unhittable the first three starts, but he has been vulnerable against that pitch late. Not a lot of extra base hits, but there has been more contact.
Austin Riley is the one to blame for that.
He goes back to the sweeper against Neto and jumps ahead 1-2.
2 sweepers in Atlanta, 2 home runs.
Outside of those 2 pitches to Riley, that turn in Atlanta was actually pretty good. His last start was a tough luck loss in Arizona 6 days ago. Season high 6 2/3 innings for May. 2 earned runs on 7 hits, including a home run. The 1-2 to Neto. Shortstop is going to stay away from that sweeper. That got away from Will Smith all the way to the backstop, as that was several feet outside.
Yeah, it still is his put-away pitch. He'll throw it about 38% of the times, averaging about 85. Sinker averaging 94. And the fastball four-seamer once in a while, averaging 95.
Mays 2-2. That is a sinker that dives downstairs, and the count fills up for Neto. Neto batting .266 on the season. His OPS .828 as he's shown a lot more slug. The payoff pitch, cut on and missed. Strike 3. Got him with a beautiful sinker that dove down and in on him.
That's a repeat pitch. I love that. As Neto's probably thinking, that last sinker was a setup pitch for the sweeper. Oh, no. This one, less movement laterally, but it really dove down under the hands.
It was great to see Dustin pitch into the 7th inning against the D-backs. Yes, he had the loss, but 88 pitches and 58 strikes. Really efficient to get through those 6 2/3. His first pitch to Nolan Shonwell, the first baseman, is a fastball inside, ball 1.
You know what really caught my eye was the fact that 5 strikeouts, 4 were looking, because he did have a lot of movement over in the desert with that sinker.
Base is empty, 1 out, top of the first, no score. On the 1-0, Shonwell will again jump out of the way of a heater down and in, 2-0 for May. Last 2 starts for Dustin. He's given up 6 earned runs combined, 5 of them via the long ball. So trying to limit the home run tonight. 2-0 pitch at Tails' arm side, so away from the left-handed Shonwell. 3-0 now. The Angels come to town after dropping 2 of 3 games in San Diego. They've lost 6 of the last 7 series overall. May's 3-0 pitch. Clips the outside corner. Perhaps a generous gift from Corey Blazer, the home plate umpire, but May will take strike 1. Three balls and a strike. The windup from May, and there's ball 4. Fastball outside by 4 inches, so a 1-out walk issued.
Here's a quick observation. Just watching his fastball right now, his two-seamer. Will Smith has to be very efficient on where he sets up. And with moving like that, he doesn't need to set up too far in the corners because the ball will run out of the zone, as we almost saw in the 3-0 pitch, right? Last pitch he set up outside, and the ball ran exactly there. So you got to kind of get an idea of how much is running before you set up.
First pitch sent in the air to right field. Yoan Moncada spins Pages around, and this ball's gone. Gets over the wall where the out-of-town scoreboard is in right field. A first pitch ambush by Yoan Moncada. And Jose, we talked about Dustin May trying to limit the long ball. The Halos get to him here. A 2-run shot. And Ward stares at a sinker. It lands in the zone. Strike 2. Last 4 games for Ward, he's batting .294, 5 hits, 3 of them have gone for extra bases, 2 of them were home runs. The 2-2 pitch. Up and away, ball 3. So, Jose, we have seen 4 Angels in the batter's box to start the game against Dustin May, he has gone to 3-ball counts for every one of them.
Haven't seen a consistent release point, and sometimes throwing across his body. Way too rotational at times.
Should check that 3 of the first 4 as Moncada's home run was on the very first pitch. And there is another walk. Taylor Ward trots down to first as May again cannot locate with the fastball. And Mookie Betts is running over to talk with Dustin May. He'll be joined by Will Smith. So it's a visit on the mound brought to you by Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice. Dodgers already trailing 2-0. And the Angels have another runner on. Only one out in the top of the first. May at 18 pitches so far, Jose.
Might be one of those situations where you got to remind him, hey, you know what? A little less is better right now. Less is a little bit more. Only because if he's trying to force location, it's not happening. If he's trying to force velocity, it's not happening either. Why don't we see that target and just try to hit it without forcing the issue on velocity?
Of his 18 pitches, just 7 thrown for strikes. And now more power at the plate. Jorge Soler. It's a first pitch sweeper, and it's low, ball 1. So the command and the control both off. Those are different things, Jose.
Yes, they are. I can have good command and throw balls if I want to.
20th pitch of the inning is a sweeper, and it gets the bottom of the zone. Strike 1. Levels the count against Soler.
That was a good adjustment. He started at Soler's front hip. And it landed right down the middle. You see that hip flying open.
1 on, 1 out, 1 ball, 1 strike. May out of the stretch. Sinker runs a little too far inside on the right-handed Soler. May falls behind 2-1. It's a 2-0 lead thanks to a 2-run home run from Yoan Moncada. The pitch. Fouled off of Soler's leg. Count squares up 2-2. Fans still trickling into Dodger Stadium, contending with the Friday evening traffic on their way to the Ravine. It's firefighter appreciation night here at Dodger Stadium.
Great ceremony before the game.
That was beautiful. Unfortunately, this game has not started as beautifully for the Dodgers. There's a ground ball up the middle to a waiting Ha-Seong Kim. He steps on the bag for 1, throws the first, and that's 2. And that is heaven sent from Dustin May, who is frustrated with himself as he walks off the mound. Done with a half inning of work, but not before the Angels cooking for a pair of runs. A 2-run home run from Moncada. Top of the order for the Dodgers coming up next.
Escape the confines of the city for the expansive beauty of the Santa Ynez Valley. Enjoy a vibrant 2-hour drive.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something. These people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Angels struck first in the first. 2 runs on 1 hit. It was the hardest hit ball of the season for Yoan Moncada. A home run over the wall in right field. So the Dodgers trailed 2-0 as Jack Kohanowitz takes the mound for the Halos. Tall, lanky right-hander. 6'7", 230 pounds. He welcomes the reigning MVP to the batter's box, the former Angel, Shohei Ohtani. Kohanowitz, first base side, kicks and deals. Ohtani was taking all the way. It's 95 at the knee, strike one. Ohtani coming off his first multi-home run game of the year last night. 2 homers, 6 RBIs in that Dodger blowout. Season best 19 runs. Season best 17-run differential in the win.
First time I see Shohei ask for timeout after a not-to-strike count.
Steps back in behind 0-1. Here's the pitch. And that's low. Ball 1.
Usually we see him do it after 2 strikes. Like, okay, let me
automatic.
Clear my head.
He's got a 12-game on base streak that he brings into this game. The 1-1 coming. It's a fastball at 97 outside, ball 2. For Kohanowitz, his 9th start of the year, coming off one of his best starts ever. Got a win against the Orioles, 5 2/3 inning, just 1 run. 2 balls and a strike, he delivers. And Ohtani tries to check his swing. Did he hold up? And he did. That was down in the dirt, so it's now 3-1.
It takes very strong wrists to hold on that one. So close to the body.
3 balls and a strike. This is danger zone for any pitcher against Ohtani. The pitch. Ohtani swings and grounds the ball right side and through. Leadoff base hit for Shohei Ohtani in between the second baseman Anderson and the shortstop Neto. The right side of the second base bag that pushes on base streak to 13 games.
Here's our left-handed hitter feast on tonight. He has allowed 6 home runs out of the 7 he's allowed all season to lefties. And left-handers came in hitting .308. Right-handers 254.
So Ohtani on first, nobody out, bottom 1. 2-0 Angels. Here's Mookie Betts. Mookie batting .269 on the year. Takes a strike. He's really turned it on over the last 2 weeks.
You see that swing flatten out a little bit more. You see the exit velocity jump up. And also hitting balls everywhere.
Ohtani takes his lead, holding. He's staying for the 0-1 pitch. And Mookie swings and grounds ball up the middle, backhanded by Anderson. And they're only going to get Ohtani. And that's only because of an excellent play by Neto. Anderson stopped it on the backhand. He was going toward shortstop, whereas Neto was crossing. The shortstop was going toward second base. Kind of awkwardly stepped on the bag to get Ohtani for the first and only out, and now Neto is hobbled.
Yeah, there's a little confusion there as to who's going to get the ball originally, as both guys are shortstops naturally. And Anderson hesitated just a bit getting to the baseball, and that caused that collision to be closer than he wanted it.
Yeah, when Neto put his right foot on the second base bag, it rolled on him a little bit, so he's being looked at by Ron Washington and the athletic trainer.
Well, that's one piece they missed a lot earlier, and they did not need to see anything hobbling.
That's the thing for Neto. He's a young shortstop, one of the young pillars of their team, but already in his first few years, he has missed more than enough time due to injuries, various ones at that. He's walking it off. He's going to stay in the game. So Betts will trade places with Ohtani. Now 1 out. Freddie Freeman due to come up to the plate. At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, groundbreaking research meets world-class expertise in treatment. U.S. News and World Report once again is named CHLA as the #1 hospital in California. Learn more today at chla.org. Neto is both hands on both knees, nearly straight up with the bag behind second base. 1 on, 1 out in the first. 2-0 Angels. The Dodgers trail. First pitch to Freeman. Swung on and grounded to first. Shonwell in the backhand goes to Neto for 1. Kohanowitz is covering the bag. He steps on first, and that's 2. So a 3-6-1 inning-ending double play keeps the Angels in front 2-0 as we go to the second.
AM 570.
LA's best sports talk.
The real home of the Dodgers.
When it comes to
let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Off Base is coming in a brand new format. Join Lauren Gardner and Xavier Scruggs as they explore all the baseball buzz across social media, pop culture, and around the majors. The Off Base Podcast, Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network. The MLB Network Podcast is here. Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance, Sundays at 11:30 Eastern.
Brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Dodgers behind the Angels 2-0. A 2-run blast from Yoan Moncada against Dustin May in the first inning. 6, 7, and 8 for the Halos here in the second. Ohapi, Rengifo, and Lugo. The right-hander May kicks and deals. And there's a first pitch strike, a sinker at the knees at 93.
I like 93. I'll take 93. That movement?
He has always been able to spin the baseball. It looked like perhaps overthrowing a touch in that first inning. The 0-1 here to Ohapi is a high sweeper, 1-1. So if you were Will Smith or Mark Pryor or a teammate of Dustin May after that first inning, would you say anything to him?
I know that he has a lot of movement.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and poked high in the air to right center field. Playable for Pages. And there's out number 1.
Not being a pitching coach, but from up here, I'm going to say, hey, tonight we might win this on movement, not velocity. Hey, you know what? When I need velocity, I'm going to put a fist down there and say, amp it up a little bit more. Convince the guy that if you lay off velocity, depend on movement, it's a good thing.
1 out, nobody on in the second. 2-0 Angels. The switch hitter Luis Rengifo batting from the left side against May. First pitch. Sweeper apparently gets through the back door in the outside corner. Strike 1 call.
There's a secondary effect on the release point of the sweeper. If you're not forcing with velocity, it all looks the same and feels the same to you.
Go hand in hand. The 0-1 and slashed through the left side. The diving Muncy into the shift. Went underneath his glove. And Rengifo has a 1-out base hit. So Dustin May, his last start, 6 2/3 against the D-backs. Pitched into the 7th inning. Just 2 earned runs. He's already given up 2 in this one to the Angels. A much different offensive group this year statistically, Jose. Of course, major leaguers in that other dugout to be sure, but this team not regarded for its offense this season.
I mean, 214 coming into tonight, worse than baseball collectively.
First pitch, front door sweeper on the righty Lugo, called a strike. So there's some width off the plate toward the right-handed batter's box we're seeing for Dustin May so far. Checks Rengifo, the runner at first. May out of the stretch. And he'll keep Rengifo honest, throwing over to Freddie. No tag.
19 total stolen bases for the Angels this season.
Of course, with Ron Washington at the helm.
It's not getting on enough.
He's looking to run.
Right.
A 1-0, and that is cued through the right side. An opposite field base hit for Matthew Lugo. Rengifo will go station to station, stopping at second. Back-to-back base hits for the Angels. Here with 1 out in the second inning.
Matthew Lugo, a little reminder of his uncle Carlos Beltran going the other way like that. And Carlos did it from both sides of the plate.
So the bottom of the order has something cooking for the Angels. The 7 and 8 hitters both get on with hits. And now the last of the order, a former batting champion in Tim Anderson, who has lost his way over the last few years due to injuries and off the field issues. 2 on, 1 out, 2-0 Angels. First pitch for May. Sinker gets a swing and a miss, strike one.
Well, first thing I noticed on Anderson, he's way up in the box. If you look at Soler was, or Hoppy was, he is at least 6 inches up, closer to the pitcher.
5 of the first 8 Angels have reached. May trying to find it here. Gets a chopper to the left side. It's rolling along the line, and it bounces over the bag, foul. That was well read by Max Muncy because that was really close to being fair up the line and all kinds of trouble.
He's breathing better right now. That was well read and quite risky. It hit the line right before. And there's times in which you want to go ahead and just catch it in foul territory, just to be sure.
As Muncy was approaching the ball and the bag, Rengifo was already at third, so 1 run would have scored for sure. And the way Lugo can run, he would at least been on third. 0-2 on Anderson. Here's the pitch. Caught on and miss. Strike 3 swinging. Got him with the sweeper. That's the second strikeout for Dustin May. Second out of this second inning.
So maybe Anderson was moving up because he sees all that movement on that sinker and says, well, let me try to catch him when it's flat.
So the lineup will turn over. The leadoff spot, Zach Neto, who's 0 for 1. He was the first strikeout victim for May tonight. Angels 2, Dodgers nothing. 2 on, 2 out in this second inning. First pitch to Neto. Checks his swing and fouls it off of his toe. So things are not going well for Zach Neto tonight.
As a right-handed batter, you will not have protection.
He definitely has it on the front left foot, right-handed hitter Neto. So a painful strike one against him. May looks at second at Rengifo, then comes home to Neto. Neto swings and is popped up on the right side. Pages running toward the line. This one's drifting toward the seats, and it will get into the seats, foul.
That's a very good pitch selection and movement. Why? Because after you do that, you do not want to see anything near your feet again. So he went right back to that sinker.
The runners will reset. Rengifo on second, Lugo on first. Light winds blowing as the sun sets here at Dodger Stadium. 5 to 10 mile per hour gusts blowing out towards center, right center. As May gets comfortable for this 0-2. Pitch on the way. And Neto bends back. A fastball upstairs. Ball 1. First time through for the Angels. 2 runs, 3 hits, including a home run. And 2 walks as well. 2 on, 2 out. A 1-2 pitch. Sweeper hooks well outside. Count squares up 2-2. It isn't far from where Smith was setting up, so perhaps trying to get Neto to chase.
Yes, so now a great option would be a fastball away that starts off the plate. Because Neto, if you're looking sweeper, he's looking down and away, not something hard.
The deuce is wild. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And May fired up on the mound as he got Neto to chase a much better sweeper than the pitch prior. Back-to-back Ks after the 2 consecutive singles. Helps May strand a pair in the second and get through the second inning. It's still 2-0.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Off the home half of the second inning, the Dodgers down 2-0 against the Angels. Jack Kohanowitz, a right-hander, gets strike one at the knees. Shohei Ohtani led off the game with a base hit, but then back-to-back ground balls induced by Kohanowitz. Got 3 outs in total, 8 pitches in that scoreless first. There's a breaking ball off the plate away from Smith, comfortably called strike 2. So Smith, he didn't like it. He's going to ask for time, and he's certainly going to file that away for later.
Well, Will Smith, remember that. Call a couple of those. If one misses, you're probably going to get that call. Just keep the umpire on your side.
0-2 the pitch. And Smith stays alive, just pushing a ball foul on the first base side. Work hard, play hard in a new Tacoma with an iForce turbocharged engine. It's a truck built for the bold. So see your Toyota dealer today, because they make it easy. Smith hands high as he waits on another 0-2. And he's jammed. A ground ball up the middle. Anderson plays it high, throw it first. And Shonwell comes down and places the tag on Smith. So Anderson, you talked about it earlier, came up as a shortstop. And was fielding that on the shortstop side of the bag, and momentum perhaps taking him away from first base. But Shonwell at first base picked him up.
He picked him up. Second time they go into his right, crossing the bag to the other side. He's looked a little tentative, maybe looking for Neto on his left, who's also very aggressive, covering some ground.
One out, nobody on. Here's Max Muncy, who's been clicking of late. Kohanowitz misses away, ball 1. Max has gone deep in back-to-back games. He's 4 for his last 9, including those 2 homers. His home run yesterday broke a tie with Carl Furillo for the 8th most in Dodger franchise history. Kohanowitz deals, misses again with a sinker, well outside for Muncy, 2-0.
A short, compact swing is back. More contact. Better plate coverage. Fouling some balls to the opposite field. Always a good sign for Max Muncy.
He's ahead 2-0. Here's the pitch. Uses that good eye to lay off a low slider. 3 balls, no strikes. Andy Pages waiting in the on-deck circle. Angel infield playing back, shifted over to the right as much as the regulations will allow against the lefty Muncy. 3-0 pitch. Max was watching all the way. Kohanowitz sinker lands on the outer third for a strike.
Kohanowitz and May faced each other back on March 25th, preseason.
Yeah. Exhibition freeway series.
Kohanowitz won 7 innings. May went 5.
3-1. Muncy takes again. This is a fastball at the knees. So from 3-0 to 3-2, Kohanowitz has gotten the count full. 7 innings, just 2 runs. The Dodgers couldn't solve him.
He was on
at the Big A. 24-year-old righty prepares for his payoff. And misses inside. A fastball at 97. Muncy had to shoot out of the way for a 1-out walk.
Usually you won't see guys amp up from a 3-1, 3-2 pitch, but he did. It's pretty much, here it is. If you're going to swing, I'm going to make sure that you do not calculate 97 or maybe 95, and you'd be late on it.
We've talked about the upper 90s velocity for Kohanowitz on his 4-seam fastball. He also has a sinker, a couple variations of a slider and a sweeper. But he's not a strikeout pitcher. He's actually never had more strikeouts than innings pitched in any start in his young career. Andy Pages steps in, and it's a sinker down and in ball 1.
Well, we've all seen it here with Bobby Miller.
Yeah.
99 average.
Just because you have stuff does not mean you get swing and misses in a lot of Ks. Kohanowitz, he's not that type of arm. Goes back to the sinker, gets a swing and a miss from Pages. 1 ball, 1 strike.
47% sinkers and 4-seamers at 24%. Just get the numbers together. Over 70% fastballs combined. And that is a pitch that has Aldo Lauis slugging at 460.
The 1-1. Pages with another swing and a miss. Chases a sinker that goes down and in. At some point in baseball, there might be a swinker combination.
Sweeper sinker, yeah. If there's a splinker.
Yeah, it can happen. 2-0 Angels in the second. 1 out, 1 on for the Dodgers. A 1-2 pitch to Pages. Grounded foul on the third base side.
But have you noticed, because he has a true 4-seamer in a sinker, the swing's buried. If you get cut off 4-seamer and all of a sudden it's a sinker, you're like, okay, where was that? Where was my swing? If you adjust your swing path for the sinker, you're in trouble. Because then you're going to be missing out too much on a 4-seamer that's hittable.
Pages trying to battle with 2 strikes. He's been so excellent in 2-strike counts all year. Fouls another one. In and out of the camera well next to the Dodger dugout. Remains 1-2.
You have 20 hits. Over 20 hits with 2 strikes. In mid-May, you're doing something well.
44 hits this season. 23 of them have come with 2 strikes against him. It's a .245 average. Above league average, for sure.
By a lot.
Another 1-2. Pages holds up this time. Sinker runs a little too far away from Kohanowitz. The count's 2-2.
That's what I'm talking about. If he had the mentality of a 4-seamer, he's swinging on that. Now he saw the sinkers, like, nope, that's going to be running in.
Angel infield shifted over to the left for the righty Pages. The right side of the infield is open if he wants to take it the other way. On 2-2. Pages bounces ball up the middle to a waiting Anderson. He'll step on second for 1, throw to first for 2. Another inning-ending double play. 2 innings, that is how Kohanowitz has ended each of them, with a ground ball double play. We go to the third. It's the Angels 2 and the Dodgers nothing.
When you want Dodgers.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just
continues on its official home.
Dodgers haven't been able to muster up any runs against Jack Kohanowitz so far. Top of the 4th for the Angels will start with the catcher Logan O'Hoppe. The Angels leading 2-0. First pitch of the inning from Dustin May. There's a good sweeper at the knee. Strike 1 taken.
He's throwing strikes. I mean, second inning, he made 15 pitches, 12 strikes. Third inning, 10 pitches, 9 strikes.
50th pitch of the night from Dustin May is a sinker that he gets a generous call on the outside corner. Strike 2.
Good job, Will Smith.
Wow. I don't know if that ever had any of the plate, but May will take it. No questions asked. And now the 0-2 pitch. Upstairs. That's a ball. Since that first inning, May above 75% strike since. So he's locked something in. 1-2 delivery to O'Hoppe. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's punch out number 5 for Dustin May. 1 gone in the 4th.
Right on the money about that, Steve. It's like he's trying less. It's like playing catch now. Just let it go. Don't force it. Just play catch.
And Jose, just to give the listeners a peek behind the curtain, that's something you said to me right after the first inning. If I'm down there, just tell him, hey, you don't have to do too much, Dustin. And he somehow has heard that message.
No, it was not from here. Good job, Mark Pryor.
First pitch to Rengifo.
Or Connor McGinnis.
Is inside ball 1. That tandem, it doesn't get any better than that in Major League Baseball, Pryor and McGinnis.
They keep it so simple, too.
Rengifo's 1 for 1 with a base hit. Came with 1 out in the second inning. He's up with 1 out in the 4th and nobody on.
Go back to Andrew Heaney throwing a pregame.
Foul ball makes it 1-1.
Sim game here before the 22 season. And he says, Connor McGinnis comes to the mound and says, you know what? That's not going to work. Change this grip. Here it is. New career. New career for Andrew Heaney.
Mays 1-1 to Rengifo. Fastball taken upstairs. Didn't miss by much, but it was north of the zone ball.
And what he said was, that blank, it's not going to work.
Can't keep it simple so they can understand. 2-0 Angels, 1 out in the fourth. The 2-1 pitch from May. Is a fastball downstairs now. 3-1 to Rengifo. Big deep breath from Dustin May ahead of this 3-1 offering. Swing and a base hit to left. It was lined hard off the batter Rengifo, who is 2 for 2 tonight.
Well, that makes me think about this and something Rick Monday and I talked about. Sinker ball pitcher, left-handed batter. How many times is a left-handed batter going to hit a ball over a left fielder's head? In other words, Rick's like, we always thought, just cheat in. If he hits it over your head because the sinker's up, tip your hat. And that's twice now where balls have dropped in front of Conforto in similar situations.
An opposite field stroke from the switch hitter Rengifo, batting from the left side against the righty May. So a 1-out base runner as the Angels lead 2-0. Matthew Lugo digs in. He's also 1 for 1 with a base hit. That went to the opposite field.
Nice inside-out swing.
Right side is open for the right-handed hitter yet again. And May loses the sweeper and plunks Lugo on the front left shoulder. Fortunately for Lugo, he didn't wear that too hard. He's heading down to first. So just like in the second inning, Dustin May retires Logan O'Hoppe to start the inning. And then Rengifo and Lugo both reach in back-to-back fashion. First and second, 1 out.
That's a good formula. A couple of strikeouts. Now I would try to use another one here. I'll get a ground ball here. Hit it to Mookie.
Number 9 hitter, Tim Anderson. He's 0 for 1. He struck out. He's batting 194 now this year. First and second, 1 gone in the fourth. First pitch, that's sent down the right field line. It is slicing foul for a strike.
Interesting. I'm watching Mookie communicating with Kim up the middle, and Kim desperately really wanted Dustin May to step off right before that pitch because Rengifo was bouncing off the bag.
I saw that in Arizona, I want to say, a few times. Kim is ready, willing, and able to try to complete that back pitch. And now May loses another one. He hits Anderson in the left thigh area, and May was cursing to the sky after he lost another one arm side. This one was a fastball compared to the sweeper that hit Lugo, but either way, hitting the 8 and 9 guys in succession, loading the bases.
7, 8, 9 have been on base 5 times.
So Mark Pryor will come out to have a visit and talk with Dustin May. He's joined by Will Smith. Mookie Betts sort of on the periphery there. Bases loaded, 1 out for the Angels in the fourth inning. They already lead 2-0. And now the lineup turns over. Zach Neto is 0 for 2. He has struck out twice, but make no mistake, this is, at this juncture, Jose.
You can say
Mota. The Angels front runner for their all-star rep this year.
And Zach Neto's coming in pull mode right here.
Dodger infield playing back. Bases loaded, 1 out. The pitch. Sweeper that bounces away, well snared by Will Smith. Had to shoot over to his right and pick it with the backhand on a hop. That saves a run. So after the strikeout to start this fourth inning, it's base hit by pitch, hit by pitch. The 1-0 from May. Taken below the knees, but called strike 1. See some stirring now in the Dodger bullpen down in left field. Nobody throwing, just some stretching and wandering. May at 63 pitches. The 1-1 pitch. A sweeper that is called strike 2. That was well off the plate.
Well presented, Will Smith again. He's in pull mode, and they have thrown pitches where he is not looking at all. Yes, quite generous in that last call.
I mean, that wasn't even close, looking at that objectively. But Dustin May will jump ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dodgers trying to remain within 2. The pitch. And Neto fouls a sweeper over the net. And that pitch was in a similar spot, perhaps even further off the plate, but because the previous one was called a strike, Neto had to offer at it. So if you're May, do you not try and go there again?
Expand again. This time keep it lower.
They'll try with another 1-2 pitch. And Neto pulls it to left field. That's down for a base hit. 1 run is in. Here comes 2. It is a 2-run double for Zach Neto, who slides into second without a play as the throw is going to third cut off. The Angels double their lead. It's now 4-0 in the 4th inning.
He put on a defensive swing the previous pitch, and I am telling you, since he got in there, he is thinking of pulling the baseball. Some authority, and there it was. Unfortunately for May, not able to stay in that one lane where he had him beat.
So now it's 2nd and 3rd. The Dodger infield will come in. Still only 1 out in the 4th inning. The Dodgers trailing by 4. First pitch to Shawnuel. Misses outside with the sweeper, ball 1. So we talked about how May appeared to have locked in as he struck out O'Hoppe to lead off this 4th inning, but things have unraveled in a hurry. 2 hits and 2 hit batters. Shawnuel swings and pops a strike foul over the net to our left. 1-1. Dustin May approaching 70 pitches. This will be his 69th. Infield remains in. The 1-1 coming to Shawnuel. Taken. Strike 2 called on the outside corner. One of the better sweepers we have seen from May so far in this ball game.
Yeah, good velocity, location, and also separation from the previous sinker. 10 miles an hour difference.
The 1-2. Well outside, not competitive. Well, you never really are left guessing the emotions of Dustin May when he's pitching.
There's no doubt. There's no hiding it.
He is seeing red right now. The 2-2 pitch. Up and away with a fastball. Count fills up. First base is open. But Moncada, who already clipped May for a 2-run homer in the first inning, is on deck. On 3-2, what does May go with? He goes to the sweeper and gets a foul ball off of Shawnuel's back legs. He's going to try and walk it off. So far, the Angels are 5 for 7 against Dustin May's sinker. They are 1 for 7 against the sweeper. That was a pitch we highlighted before the game in the early goings of this outing for Dustin as well, Jose. Trying to get back to the early season form. He appears to have done that, but because of the hits to the sinker, May and the Dodgers down 4-0.
But it's like a good sweeper sets up a sinker and vice versa. That balance just has not been there. If you're a sweeper 90% of the time, they're just going to start taking it.
Another 3-2 coming to Shawnuel. Infield remains in. Swinging a ground ball toward his own dugout off the facing of it. Muncy, Betts, Kim, and Freeman bordering the grass here at Dodger Stadium. Runners on 2nd and 3rd, still only 1 out. Another payoff. Got him. Chased a heater that tailed outside. That's strikeout number 6 for Dustin May. 2 outs now in the 4th.
And coming into tonight, the sinker, opponents came in with an average of 200 with a .329 slugging.
First base still open. Yohan Moncada up for a 3rd time. He's 1 for 2. A 2-run home run in the first. Flew out to left in the 3rd. His first pitch swinging on top of a sweeper, strike 1. Moncada's home run came on a first pitch sinker right in the heart of the plate, and he took it out over the out-of-town scoreboard just over the wall in right field. The 0-1 pitch. Good sweeper on the back door. Lands on the outside corner. Strike 2 for May.
If anything noticeable, Steven has been, he got, again, rotational as he was in the first inning with his body.
Second and third, 2 out, 4-0 Angels. The 0-2 pitch. Up and away.
See that big hole he's digging when he lands?
Yeah.
On the heel. Rotate. Land on the heel, rotate. No finish. He's been spinning a lot as he lands.
Trying to put Moncada away. The pitch. Got him. Strike 3 swinging through a sweeper, and May gets back-to-back Ks to finish the 4th inning, but the Angels played a pair more. A 2-run double from Zach Neto. 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 hit batters, 2 left on base. In the middle of the 4th, it's the Angels 4 in the.
Well, this is a World Series card. Everybody said, you know, what's it going to be to pitch against Sandy Koufax, who's a dominant pitcher. I said, I hope I don't embarrass myself. And I didn't. You know, pitched my first shutout ever. We won 6-0, and my parents were there. My mom was afraid of heights, so she was in the upper deck. She had to come down and trade seats with somebody so that she could actually watch her 20-year-old son pitch a shutout in the World Series.
Talk to me.
This is called a Crawford dog. Hamburger bun.
Yes.
2 split top Angus beef hot dogs griddled on the skillet, on the plancha.
Amazing.
And then we do a bacon onion jam with Crawford Bock beer.
Pick it up like a burger.
Pick it up like a burger and you just go in, man.
Let's go to town. Dude. Oh, best hot dog I've ever had. Best hot dog I've ever had. I love this, man.
This is how I grew up eating hot dogs.
Right here on the world champion LA Dodgers audio network.
Freddie Freeman leads off the bottom of the 4th. The Dodgers down 4-0. First pitch from Kohanowitz. Drops in there for a strike at the knees, taken by Freeman. Still just the second time through the order for the Dodgers. Freddie's 0 for 1, grounded into a double play that ended the first inning. There's a pitch. A fastball taken on the inner third, quickly 0-2. Angels had 2 in the first, 2 more in the 4th. So the Dodgers will effort another comeback win. The 0-2 to Freddie, dives downstairs, ball 1. Freeman, thanks to 3 hits and a couple of walks against the A's, he reached in all 3 games. 1-2 from Kohanowitz. Dives arm side away from the zone, 2-2. The last 19 games for Freddie's batting .451. The average on the season at .367. Nobody better at this juncture. The 2-2. Inside, fills the count.
How about Freddie against fastballs away? .470 average.
He's gotten things rolling with 2 strikes, gotten things rolling against lefties. He was cold in both those categories to begin the year. Now scorching hot. The payoff is bounce foul toward the first base side, dribbling toward the Angel dugout. A message from California Public Health. Teens, you can feel better when you balance your stress with tips and tools made for teens by teens. Learn more at takespacetopause.org. Count still 3-2. Here's the pitch. It is downstairs, but called strike 3. Freddie Freeman was walking toward first base, and Corey Blazer has drawn the ire of both dugouts so far.
It's been in, it's been down, it's been
when you see Freddie react like that, he nearly dropped to the ground in disbelief. Then you know you messed up as an ump.
Because he just worked yourself a great at-bat that turns into a punch-out.
One out, bases clear. Will Smith comes up, swings at the first pitch. Ground ball off the glove of Neto, diving it short. It dribbles into center field. So Will Smith wasting no time to pick up his first hit of the night.
It's good to see Will bounce back after a couple of tough calls on him the first time up.
Now Max Muncy will dig in from the left side. He walked his first appearance at the plate. Smith on first, one gone. The Dodgers need base runners as they trail 4-0. On the first pitch from Kohanowitz. Muncy swings and drills the ball toward the right center field gap. Diving at center is Lugo, and he can't make the play. It goes all the way to the wall. Will Smith is being waved around third. The throw home is way offline. An RBI for Max Muncy, and the Dodgers are on the board and within 3. Kohanowitz was backing up the throw home. It sailed over the cutoff man, and so Muncy held up on second with an RBI double.
Go out there and attack early in counts. That's what way you got to get to Kohanowitz. And the great job of base running, cutting through the bases there by Will Smith. Made it easy on Dino Evil.
Well, the Dodger offense has life, and so too does Dodger Stadium.
Always thinking there's a lot of game left. Now especially, you try to make the most out of every pitch he makes because now you've seen it for a second time.
Mound visit from O'Hoppe, the catcher talking with his right-hander after allowing the first run of the night. Dodgers within 3. It's 4-1 Angels with Muncy on second and still only one out in the bottom of the 4th inning.
That was 110.5 off the bat.
That was scalded. So no Andy Pages. He's 0 for 1. He grounded into an inning-ending double play in the second inning. Kohanowitz looks back at Muncy, comes home to Andy, swinging a foul ball. That rolls up the third base line. Dino Evil going to come in and retrieve it. Considering that Andy Pages was hitting a $150 through April 19th, it is a wonder that he has gotten it this close to 300. Entered tonight at 291. The 0-1 pitch. Swinging another fall ball. It's quickly 0-2. A familiar spot for Pages last month.
Off the plate inside. Yeah, very familiar. 2 strikes. Part of it has been, as you mentioned, the numbers going up. The 2 strikes. Protecting the outer half.
Behind 0-2. Runner on second, 1 out. Kohanowitz fires. Pages swings and bounces it off the front of the Dodger dugout. Dodgers just scored their first run of the game on Max Muncy's RBI double to right center field. Lugo made an all-out dive for it in right center, going to his left, but the ball avoided his glove, went all the way to the wall. Another 0-2 to Pages. This dives low, ball 1.
Yeah, perhaps a learning lesson for Lugo will be next time, play it on the hop.
One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Pages swings and ground ball to third, just fair inside the line, fielded by Moncada. He throws out Pages, and Muncy reads the throw, takes third on the play. Now 2 out.
That's exactly what you want to see there. Long throw, third base. Who else better to know that than their third baseman running at second base? Moncada cannot afford to even take a peek to see what Muncy is, and with that long throw, Muncy knows he has every opportunity to advance, and he does.
4th inning will be up to Michael Conforto. Muncy on third, 2 out. It's a 4-1 ball game. The pitch. Conforto slashes it foul as it sliced left of the third base line.
It might look a little insignificant right now, Steven. No, he wants second to third. No, an error, ground ball in the infield, wild pitch, pass ball, all those little things just put you on the board with 1 more run.
That's why you always tell young ball players, respect 90 feet. 0-1 the count on Conforto, who struck out swinging in the third. Pulls a grounder foul toward the right side, the on-deck circle of the Angels. He falls behind 0-2.
You're sounding more like Joe Madden there. Respect 90.
Respect 90. It's an easy lesson, but an important one. Kohanowitz at 63 pitches with 2 outs in this 4th inning. He and the Angels lead the Dodgers by 3. The pitch to Conforto gets him to swing and a miss. Strike 3. And so Muncy is left stranded on the bases after his double. But that double did produce the first run of the night for the Dodgers. At the end of 4, it's the Angels.
And if you want a Cy Young, 73, 5, and 6, I've got an extra 5. And then it says, has worked as a TV commentator. You know, and I did start back in 1978. I did the Yankees and the Red Sox playing the one-game playoff. And ABC said if the Yankees win, Reggie will play, and then you'll go broadcast with Howard Cosell and Keith Jackson. And that's how I started my broadcast. And that's the Bucky Dent home run. So every time I see Bucky Dent, I go, thank you for making me a broadcaster.
Find out more at Yamava.com. When Sandman wow. Find out more at Yamava.com.
Dodgers making a pitching change here in Game 1 of 3 against the Angels. Left-hander Jack Dreyer will come out of the bullpen to relieve Dustin May. Final line for May. 5 innings, 4 runs, all of them earned, 6 hits, including a home run. 2 walks, 2 hit batters, 8 strikeouts, and all through 95 pitches, 60 strikes. Pitching change brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. 18th appearance of the season for Jack, and the rookie's outing begins with strike 1 to Luis Rengifo.
He's got 25 strikeouts in 22 2/3, having allowed only 14 hits. That's why the opponents are hitting 177 against him.
0-1, swinging a foul ball to our right. Quickly 0-2 for Rengifo. The switch hitter now flipped to the right side against the lefty Dreyer. You know, you kind of shudder to think about where this Dodger bullpen would be if not for the contributions of 2 rookies, Ben Kasparius and Jack Dreyer.
Multiple inning guys. They're not afraid of contact. They pitch and field the zone. And they won the baseball.
The 0-2. That slashed off the Angel dugout. And Rengifo spins some of his teammates around. Stays 0-2. Angels 4, the Dodgers 1 here in the 6th. Jack Kohanowitz, who gave the Dodgers fits in the exhibition Freeway Series this spring, has continued his strong stretch against them. Rengifo swings and fouls another one over the net.
Certainly not pitching like a guy that came in with an ERA over 5.
He won his last outing, but before that, 5 straight losses. And like you said, an ERA at 5.23. But Kohanowitz has done his job so far. Another 0-2 from Dreyer. Goes to the slider and misses low, ball one. And for Dustin May, on the hook for another loss. He did punch out a season high 8 batters tonight, but gave up more runs than he wanted. Dreyer with strike 3 at the knees. Rengifo knew it.
Hey, join us for Vince Scully bobblehead night Monday when the D-backs are here at 7:10. So the first 40,000 fans in attendance will take home a Vince Scully bobblehead presented by 76. Celebrate the legendary voice of baseball and own a piece of Dodgers history. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions. We both want that.
That's going to be a popular night, I would say, for Dodger fans.
Never enough Vince Scully.
Ball one outside to Matthew Lugo, the center fielder, number 8 hitter, who has reached twice and scored once. One pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. I mean, Jose, you talked about it earlier. The bottom of the order for the Angels. Again, the bottom of the order for the worst offense in baseball. That was the problem for Dustin May.
Big problem, including hitting 2 guys. The run scores are there, 2 of them. And the contact, no doubt about it. Rengifo twice, Lugo 1 time. Setting up things for Neto in that 4th inning.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Lugo.
That does bother guys. You look at the bottom of the order.
And Dreyer gets a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Back-to-back Ks to begin his night. 2 gone in the 6th.
He's got that sharp slider, which he can use early in counts. And a lot of times he uses like a slurve to steal a strike here and there on the outer half. Back doors. And then he can bury it down and in against righties. And bangs the back foot.
Last of the order, Tim Anderson, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He was hit by a pitch his last time up. First pitch from Dreyer. Fastball a little high, ball 1. Here's the pitch. Anderson swings and fouls strike 1 over the net to our right. Dodgers coming off their biggest win of the season, put up 19 runs last night. So you had a feeling that the offense would regress toward the mean a little bit tonight, but just 1 run against Jack Kohanowitz so far. Still surprising given the form the offense has showed of late.
No doubt.
Breaking ball down and in, ball 2 for Dreyer.
And for the mistakes that Dustin May made, well, Kohanowitz has not.
On this 2-1 pitch, Anderson will swing and pop it up to shallow right center field. James Outman waited a moment, now comes in and makes the catch. So Dreyer comes out of the pen and works a 1-2-3-6, including a couple of Ks. So Jack Kohanowitz will take the bump, face Mookie, Freddie, and Will Smith.
You've already mastered playing baseball, Virgo, but you're curious about what goes into the sport off the diamond. You're finding that researching the history of the game is helping you uncover hidden skills that you didn't know you had. Letting yourself explore what catches your interest could be your secret advantage on the field.
Well, this is a World Series card. Everybody said, what's it going to be to pitch against Sandy Koufax, who's a dominant pitcher. I said, I hope I don't embarrass myself. And I didn't. Pitched my first shutout ever. We won 6-0, and my parents were there. My mom was afraid of heights, so she was in the upper deck. She had to come down and trade seats with somebody so that she could actually watch her 20-year-old son pitch a shutout in the World Series.
On its official home.
this what I'ma do till it's over.
Chevy Truck Month, and there's no better time to do what you do best than a Chevy Silverado. Shop now at SoCalChevy.com. 4-1, the Dodgers trail the Angels in the 6th. Mookie Betts kicks things off, taking the first pitch from Kohanowitz, which lands in the zone for a strike. Jack Kohanowitz, a 24-year-old right-hander, former third-round pick of the Angels in 2019, out of a high school in Pennsylvania. Delivers strike 2, jump ahead of Betts, 0-2.
Well, lineup turns around for the third time against the same pitcher. Last ball hit by the first guy that saw him the third time, Ohtani, 104 off the bat. Double play.
Right at Anderson. And Mookie swings through strike 3. He's down on 3 pitches. Jack Kohanowitz with 4 Ks now.
So now whatever I said, it didn't matter. Again, he has not made mistakes in crucial counts.
His last outing against Baltimore was the first time all year he's given up 0 or 1 earned run in a start. His 5 starts prior was 0-5 with an ERA approaching 7. But he figured something out his last turn, and he's carried that into this one. Strike 1 on Freddie Freeman.
On the verge of getting the treatment to go down and get some work done.
Yeah, 1 pitch. Freddie takes strike 2, a fastball in the outer third.
Fastball has a lot of life. Sometimes a lot of movement, but he does a good job tempering it. When does he want a four-seamer? When does he want a sinker? And where he throws it.
The 0-2 pitch. And Freddie with the survival swing fouls one down the left side. Freddie's 0 for 2. He grounded into a double play in the first. In the fourth, worked a great at-bat and appeared to draw a walk, but was called out on strikes. It was a tough call against him. A wrong call. Kohanowitz misses down and in with a heater. It's 1-2. Dodgers with 1 run on 5 hits. Max Muncy an RBI double in the 4th. A lone run of the ball game. The 1-2 misses well outside. Count squares up. Dodgers need 3 to tie. Dodgers have won 10 of the last 12 against the Angels, including 5 of the last 6 here at home. And Freddie strikes out swinging. Back-to-back strikeouts for Kohanowitz to begin the 6th.
There's an indicator with Freddie Freeman on the swing path, and that is one. When we see foul balls going this way, rolling, Freddie will tell you immediately it's not what I want to be doing. I cannot be, as pitchers are, rotational.
2 outs, nobody on in the 6th. 4-1 Angels. Will Smith watches the first pitch. Fastball miss away from him, ball 1.
Here's one thing that I noticed is you got to break his tempo here somehow.
Something. The offense has not been in a good rhythm tonight, especially compared to last night. Breaking ball in there for strike 1.
I was talking to a former manager and longtime instructor now, Jerry Nairn, who says some guys could make better use of the clock.
The 1-1 swing and a foul ball, a rolling foul of the third base line.
And we were specifically talking about the 2 disengagements, right? The first base, throw over. Because in that case, you could just let the clock die pretty much before you deliver home. The runner first base says he's cut him over twice. Just let him wait.
On 1-2, Smith gets a piece of a fastball, puts it over the net foul.
I brought it up because we saw Lawrence Butler 2 pick over the first base, and then he takes the biggest lead ever, not realizing if he picks over and I'm out, you're out. There's no balk.
91st pitch for Kohanowitz, a 1-2 to Smith. Sweeper way outside, 2-2.
So even within the rules that you're playing under now, there's things to be learned, Stephen.
Always. 4-1 Angels in the 6th. No base runners and 2 out. Kohanowitz kicks and deals. The 2-2 is a fastball pulled away from the right-handed Smith. This count's now full. Will singled his last time up, and he scored the only Dodger run so far on Muncy's double. Coming all the way around from first. The payoff. Smith hits it on the ground to third, and Moncada handles it. Takes his time, makes a low throw, but Shonwell is there to complete the play and complete a 6th inning of work for Jack Kohanowitz. Going to the 7th, the Dodgers trail 4-1.
All right, Dodger fans.
AM 570.
LA's best sports talk.
Pause 10 seconds for station ID on the World Champion Dodger Radio Network.
The home of the World Champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Angels 4, Dodgers 1. Top of the 7th. About to begin with Jack Dreyer against the top of the order for Anaheim. Zach Neto. First pitch misses inside, barely, ball 1.
What a luxury to have guys like you mentioned, Kasparius, Dreyer, multiple inning young pitchers.
Second inning of work for Jack, and he spikes ball 2 well in front of the plate.
And he has thrown as many as 3 innings in relief. He's made some starts, a couple of them.
The Dodgers have retired the last 8 Angels, for whatever that's worth, going back to Zach Neto in his 2-run double with 2 strikes against him in the 4th inning. And made it 4-0. It's now 4-1. On 2-0, Neto lays off a really high fastball from Dreyer, ball 3. Neto was watching all the way, and Dreyer lands on the outer third with a strike. Trying to hold the line and keep the Dodgers within 3 and give them a chance as we enter the last 3 innings of this game. Neto swings at the 3-1 and fouls it off of his leg. Painful way to fill up the count.
It seems like that back foot is a little weak right now. Huh?
The feet have taken a beating tonight for Neto for sure. Twisted his ankle stepping on the bag, making a play in the field. Foul the ball off that same right foot. And it appears to have just done it again. Three and 2 on the leadoff batter in the top of the 7th, a 4-1 game. And Neto fouls it off the knee guard of Smith, so he stays alive for at least 1 more. Nobody throwing yet in the Dodger bullpen. We do see some stretching happening. Meanwhile, some activity in the Angel bullpen in right field. Another 3-2 from Dreyer. Neto strikes out swinging. That's a good slider from Jack Dreyer.
He did it again. He saves the best for last. Hey, come to Dodger Stadium for Will Smith bobblehead night Wednesday versus the D-backs. The first 40,000 fans will take home the last out title-clinching strikeout bobblehead presented by Spectrum. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
1 gone in the 7th. Base is empty. The second spot of the order, Nolan Shonwell, first baseman, who's 0 for 2. 2 strikeouts. He walked and scored in the first. Swings through Dryer's first pitch fastball, strike 1.
By the way, Steve, I had a little surprise for you here on this very special firefighter appreciation night.
You did. First, it's 0-1 to Shonwell. Well, it's because the pregame ceremony, they had a local firefighter sing the national anthem. And I looked down at the scoreboard, and a familiar face is the one singing it.
You're like, wait, I know that guy.
A 1-1 pitch. Shonwell sees ball 2 bounce off the plate.
I go, okay, let's make it better. Come by the booth, Dennis.
Dennis Rodriguez, a high school classmate of mine, Marina High School in Huntington Beach, class of 07. I hadn't seen Dennis since graduation. until tonight. Sean Oil hits it in the air, left field side. Conforto running toward the line. He's got a read on it, and he makes the catch right before he runs into the wall. Michael Conforto looks more comfortable in left field here at Dodger Stadium as he tracked down out number 2.
He's had to learn how to play that corner with the Hard Knocks after missing one early in the season and understanding exactly how many steps he needs to take right after he crosses the white line.
2 outs, bases remain empty here in the top of the 7th. Brought to you by Shakey's Pizza Parlor, the official pizza partner of the Dodgers audio broadcast. When it's game night, it's group night at Shakey's.com. 4-1 Angels. Here's Yoan Moncada. Strike 1 from Dreyer.
But again, Stephen, can't say enough about firefighters.
Especially
first
after
responders. There's so many things that have happened here around this area the last few months.
Dreyer has strike 2 on Moncada.
Does the special hats.
Yeah, it is Armed Forces and First Responders weekend around the major leagues. So, but of course, those workers, firefighters, soldiers, officers, grateful for them every day, not just the ones that we celebrate officially at the ballpark. But it's great to see Dennis. I appreciate that surprise there, bringing him up to the booth and getting to catch up. And a job well done. Singing at Dodger Stadium, the national anthem, that is scary. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dreyer deals, and Moncada swings and fouls a fastball top the zone right underneath Smith, who stays alive.
Well, you know the acoustics quite well.
I've worked
the sound, the bouncing.
I've worked down the field
in your
here.
Ears.
It is the reverb, the delay. It can mess with you, but Dennis crediting our game day ops team for making it easy. Dreyer with another 1-2 pitch. Moncada swings and misses. Another good slider from Jack Dreyer, who has faced 6 halos out of the bullpen. He's retired every single one of them. We're stretching at the Ravine. The Dodgers down 4.
Celebra tú también con Betcris.
We're into the bottom of the 7th. Sitting brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers down 4-1. The only run of the game brought in by the man leading off, Max Muncy. Jack Kohanowitz first pitch up and away, ball 1.
How about a little impulse here, a little momentum created by Jack Dreyer, giving the offense a chance by keeping it where it is by 3 runs.
No doubt, Jose. The excellent work by Dreyer. And really the tail end of May's outing after the 2-run double to Neto.
Last 11 Angels have gone down 7 via the punch-out.
2 balls, no strikes on Max. 5, 6, and 7 on the docket for the Dodgers here in the 7th inning. Swinging a foul ball on the right side. That's a strike. First of 3 for the Dodgers and Angels here in L.A. The real L.A. 2-1. Once he stares at ball 3 outside.
The one and only.
The one and only. You know, if you just go look.
I was part of that too.
I'm aware. I worked. That was my first job in college. Being a Chapman student, I worked for the Angels. The 3-1 pitch to Muncy. Up and away, ball 4. Leadoff walk is a good start.
The Yankees will come to Dodger Stadium for a 3-game series beginning Friday, May 30th. So get your tickets for the historic rivalry today at Dodgers.com/tickets.
On Washington, getting ready to make a move. We've seen Hector Neris standing up in the right field bullpen for the Angels. Kohanowitz at 98 pitches. It's been a really terrific outing for the young righty so far. You have to tip your cap. Andy Pajes at the plate. It's a front door breaking ball that misses the plate, but it's called a strike.
As expected. Just look for mistake. Tell yourself he's going to make a mistake. I'm going to hit it hard.
The 0-1 pitch. Pages bounces it underneath the glove of Kohanowitz, right to Anderson at second. Backhand flip to Nettle for 1, and there's the turn for 2. Another ground ball and another double play induced by Jack Kohanowitz.
Coming into this game, 49% of balls hit against him are ground balls. Another double play, and this is ground ball number 10 this evening. 10.
I mean, the way he's induced the ground ball, he has really saved the Angels tonight, preventing Dodger damage. Latest save of the game brought to you by Metropolitan Water District of Southern California. Go blue, cut green. Get a rebate for removing grass. Visit bewaterwise.com. Ball 1 on Michael Conforto. Kohanowitz now north of 100 pitches with 2 down in the 7th. Spikes a breaking ball off the plate. 2-0 on Conforto.
Ball still coming out of his hand quite hot. Still locating well. Still getting ground balls. And the good mix of fastballs, four-seamers, and sinkers have been more than adequate.
Conforto's 0 for 2. He struck out swinging twice against Kohanowitz. But the right-hander misses with ball 3. 3-0 on Conforto. The Dodgers trail 4-1. The bottom of the 7th. And Muncy's leadoff walk quickly erased by the double play for Pages. Andy's second double play hit into tonight. Conforto walks on 4 pitches, so the inning will continue. And that's going to be the end of the line for Jack Kohanowitz. Ron Washington, he's been around the game a long time. You could probably call him old school. Definitely old school to see him or any manager leave a young pitcher in past 100 pitches at this juncture. But he gave the right-hander the opportunity that he earned tonight to try and finish the 7th against a guy that he had owned twice.
So just give me one more out. Sees the walk, is like, that's enough.
Pat on the back for Kohanowitz.
To build this for them and spend the last year of coming up with this concept and getting it off the ground and getting everybody here. It just feels really good to have everybody coming and experiencing the thing that we've been working so hard on. To be able to take the experiences of Comic-Con and add that to a card show just is really fulfilling, because as somebody who grew up going to card shows and still goes to the same card show in the same church basement in Trumbull, Connecticut every month, it's great. Card shows are amazing, but to be able to add all of this experience is what makes this great.
A sartorial issue here. There's the team name, Chicago Cubs, so it does work.
It's got the right color.
Yeah, it's gray.
Maybe there was something went wrong with his other one.
1-1 to Marte in the air, right to the guy we just showed you.
Some overnight oats right before the game. My teammates look at me like, what are you doing, dude?
My mom's cooking, probably. She makes some good. She's got a tuna fish casserole. That's pretty good.
Okay, I went 5 for 5. I need to eat the same thing. Last time, Saturday, I ate arepa with eggs, and then next day, I gotta eat arepa with eggs. So my mom make it for me, and then when my mom is with me,
everything's good.
I save a lot of money.
Estamos lindo.
Imagine, I can make good money doing what I love. Classes can fill up quickly, so enroll today at icangotocollege.com.
It's the veteran right-hander Hector Neris now on the mound. 7th appearance of the year. He's 1-1. 3 1/3 innings worked. His ERA 13.50. 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, and a home run. He comes on to face James Outman with a runner on and 2 out. Bottom of the 7th. The Angels lead by 3. Strike 1. Pitching change presented by Navien, HVAC, and water heater products. Outman is 0 for 2 in the ball game.
He's going to face Neris with this passive, aggressive attitude. He can get wild. He loves the chases, but also he can pipe something for you.
The 0-1 bounces off the plate, bounces off of Neto. Taking off for second is Conforto. He slides in safe. So that pitch skirting away, gives Conforto an extra 90 feet, putting him in scoring position for Outman.
That's what I'm talking about. All of a sudden, he can lose sight of home plate, start burying pitches, and giving you a chance.
1-1 the count on Outman. The righty Neris looks back on second, comes home, and misses down and in.
It was a pretty good pitch.
It looked like he had the inside corner. The 2-1 now. Outman checks his swing on a pitch that had the outside corner, but that's ball 3. And so if you're James Outman, you have a red-hot Ha-Seong Kim on deck, Shohei Ohtani in the hole. Got to put Neris in the keyhole here. Make sure it's your pitch on 3-1. Here it is. Outman swings, fastball down the middle, and he fouled it over the net. 3-2.
That was a pitch?
That was. So now Neris readying for a payoff. The 3-2 to Outman. Taken on the inside corner, called strike 3. And so Conforto left standing on second base. Kohanowitz 6 2/3.
What is it about baseball cards that make them so special? Why do you enjoy doing that?
Well, the biggest thing is I started collecting when I was a kid. O-Pee-Chee was a Canadian hockey league, and then the Canadian football. But I didn't start in the U.S. until I had signed professionally as a ball player. And when I got my first rookie card, and I've got it here with me.
Let's take a peek at that.
1966 with Billy Sorrell.
LA Dodgers baseball continues on its official home.
Welcome back to Dodger Stadium, top of the 8th on tap. The Dodgers trailing the Angels 4-1. Another pitching change for LA. It's brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change with locations throughout Southern California. Luis Garcia. Workman-like season, his first in Dodger blue. 21st appearance for the right-hander. Ball 1 to Taylor Ward.
He's got that mentality of, if I'm alive, I'm in the clubhouse. Give me the ball.
And he has the ball, trying to keep the Dodgers within 3 and hope that the offense can come to life in the last 6 outs. 6 outs to get 3 or more runs, provided Garcia does do his job.
And you're right. This is a key spot for him. Offense is looking up, saying 3 runs. Yeah, it's doable.
Especially now that Jack Kohanowitz is out of the game.
Keep it there.
2-0 to Ward. That lands at the knee, strike 1 call. 4, 5, and 6, the scheduled spots of the order for Anaheim. Ward, Soler, and Ohapi. 2-1. There's strike 2. Good pitch. Dropped in there at 97 on the outside corner.
Can't say enough about the previous pitcher, Jack Dreyer. 30 pitches, 20 strikes. Lefties are now hitting 121 against him. And right-handers, oh, by the way, 217.
Struck out 4 of the 6 that he faced out of the pen. Garcia misses downstairs. Full count now for Ward. I mean, 21 outs so far for this Dodger pitching staff. 12 have been Ks. The 3-2 to Taylor Ward is smashed to left field. That's going to get down and go all the way to the corner. And one hops over the wall into the first row. A ground rule double for Ward leading off this 8th inning. Which is brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa, the MVP for fun, food, and good times. The Taylor Ward double. A rude greeting for Garcia. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are, Morongo celebrating 20 years of good times.
Yeah, Taylor Ward, former catcher himself, doing a little additional homework on Garcia, sitting sinker in, got elevated and cheated his way into getting the ball in that spot.
Jorge Soler stays away from the first pitch breaking ball that misses down and away.
By that I mean that he really opened up early in that front hip, saying, sinker in, I know you. I was in that clubhouse with you.
So that's a key insurance run on second base with nobody out for Anaheim. 4-1, the Angels on top. Garcia goes to the fastball, but yanks it away from the right-handed Soler. 2-0. So just not enough strikes out of the pen to start the outing for Garcia. And now that misses inside. Ball 3. 3-0 to Soler. So 9 pitches from Garcia. 6 have missed the zone.
Now, Soler, you have to make sure you don't allow him to extend those long arms. You got to start middle and bury inside.
On 3-0, Soler takes a fastball down the middle. Strike 1. Oof. Soler, World Series MVP when Atlanta won it all in 2021. He hit a home run in that World Series clincher, and I don't know if it's landed yet.
Oh.
The 3-1 from Garcia. Soler holds the trigger again. A breaking ball in the outside corner.
And that's on a line. That's on a train line.
Yeah.
That's Soler, Jock Peterson, Eddie Rosario.
Oh.
Those great acquisitions by the Braves.
Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So fell behind 3-0. Climbed back to get him. 1 gone.
Oh, the big Cuban wants to see that 1 pitch in 3-0 again.
Fastball down the middle, 98. You figure Soler. First pitch to Ohapi is ball 1. Angels 4, Dodgers 1. 1 on, 1 out in the top of the 8th. That runner is in scoring position. Ward after a leadoff double. Ohapi is 0 for 3. Swings and fouls, strike 1. And to the Loge level seats to our right. Temperatures have dropped a little bit here the last inning or so at the stadium, down to 60 degrees on this Friday night.
On what is supposed to be a very cool weekend.
1-1. Hit in the air to right field. Pages gets an angle on it. Ward tagging from second. He's going for third. The throw from Pages. Here's the tag. Oh, not in time. That is bang, bang. Max Muncy immediately pointed to the dugout, but an absolute hose from Andy Pages in right made it close.
Wow, what a throw from Pages.
I don't know why you would test that right arm.
Such a great job, Stephen, now getting behind the baseball.
The Dodgers will challenge. Now, if you're going to split hairs, you might say that throw was a little offline, but Muncy was still on the bag. Ooh, does the... All right, so first look, Jose.
High tag.
Ward slid in with the left leg, but the tag was a little too high on the left thigh for Taylor Ward.
There was a time when the umpire would go, "You're out," because the ball beat you. Those days are gone. And to change that one, clear and convincing, we shall see.
It's the crew chief, Ron Kulpa, who was on the spot to read that play. And another cannon throw from Pahis in right field made it close, but the slide of Ward.
The call in the field is confirmed. The runner is safe. Los Angeles Dodgers.
So at this juncture of the ballgame, you can understand the Dodgers challenging.
You have to see disappointment in Pahis.
But you heard the verbiage on the call after New York reviewed it, confirmed the safe call at third base. So Ward on third, 2 outs in the 8th inning. An insurance run 90 feet away with Luis Rengifo stepping in. The pitch taken by Rengifo for a strike. Rengifo starting as the DH in this one, singled in the 2nd, singled and scored in the 4th, then struck out looking in the 6th against Dreyer. So he's 2 for 3. Dodgers trail 4-1 in the 8th. The 0-1 pitch is in the dirt, good, blocked by Will Smith, stopping it with his backhand, keeping the ball in front of him, and most importantly, keeping Ward at third.
You need to stay there, but you got to have the confidence, if you're Garcia, confidence in Will Smith, to know that you can throw that pitch there where you need to right now.
The 1-1. Swinging and a slicing foul ball down the left field side. Advantage Garcia with 2 strikes.
I'll go back to what I said earlier. Sinker ball pitcher. If I'm Conforto, he has to beat me over my head. Especially in this situation here now with defensive 2-strike swing by Rengifo.
Would you say that's normal depth for the outfield here?
I like to see Conforto in more.
Yeah. Garcia needs 1 more strike. Here's the pitch. Misses arm side with ball 2. Even count. Dodgers trying to remain within 3. It's 4-1. Only 6 outs left for the offense to play with. Ha-Seong Kim will lead off the bottom of the 8th. If Garcia can get this 2-2 in there, no, he cannot. Misses up and away with ball 3, and now this count is full. Runner on third, 2 down in the 8th. The payoff pitch. Strike 3 swinging. A huge K for Luis Garcia. He gives up a leadoff double to Ward, but works around it and keeps it a 4-1 game. It's Kim, Ohtani, and Betts. When we come back, the Dodgers.
The name of the business is Legacy Catering. We all were talking about how Mom taught us all how to cook. She was a cook at the public school system for ages. So we all started to cook with her, so we decided, to do the business, so we went to figure out what we're going to call it. So we said, let's cook in honor of our mother. So that's what Legacy came in. And just remember that Legacy Catering is about people. And this is what barbecuing is all about, and this is why we love it.
An LA Dodgers Audio Network.
game is brought to you by First 5 California. 1 in 3 children are at risk of toxic stress, but there are things parents can do to help. Learn how to overcome it at first5california.com. New pitcher into the ball game, the righty Ryan Zephyr-John. Bottom of the 8th, the Dodgers down 4-1. First pitch is a strike to Ha-Seong Kim. Kim is 2 for 2 with 2 singles tonight. He has reached in his last 9 plate appearances. Tied with Corey Seager for the longest streak by a Dodger the last decade. The 0-1. Breaking ball inside. And Kim checked his swing and moved out of the way of it.
Zephyr-John throws a hard spinning and late breaking ball. It's all the way fastball for your eyes, and all of a sudden it drops.
It's Kim, Ohtani, and Betts. The Dodgers need 3 runs. It's a bouncer to first. Shanoel will play it himself, and the streak is snapped for Ha-Seong Kim. 1 gone in the 8th.
3 pitches, 3 breaking balls.
Lineup will turn over, and now it's the run of MVP starting with Shohei Ohtani. He cannot tie it with 1 swing. The Dodgers are down 4-1. Ohtani is 1 for 2 tonight. A base hit leading off. Then he walked in the 3rd. Grounded into a double play to end the 5th. First pitch swinging. Ground ball. Foul the first base line.
You know that breaking ball is coming. You gotta just tell yourself, if you see a fastball, it's gotta be piped. Just allow yourself to know you're gonna see some spin here.
And if you get 2 strikes against you against Zephyr-John, you might as well just head to the dugout. He is that good with 2 strikes against. Only 1 on Shohei right now. Here's the 0-1. Ohtani hits a high fly ball, right center field and deep. Towering shot into the batter's eye and gone. Ohtani tossed the bat toward his old dugout and now rounds the bases for the 16th time. A solo home run, and the Dodgers are within 2.
Sayonara Shohei again, number 16, leading the major leagues. Daniels Jewelers is a proud sponsor of the trip around the diamond and your family jeweler since 1948. Visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball for a free baseball bracelet and $50 off a $99 coupon.
So the Dodgers get 1 back. It's now a 2-run ball game. 5 outs to work with.
What you said was that Shohei really enjoyed that one against his former teammates?
It seemed like it.
I would say so.
Ball 1 on Mookie Betts. Zephyr-John comes back and gets strike 1 called on the inside corner.
He gets past Aaron Judge. He gets past Kyle Schwarber.
4 homers his last 3 games to take the lead in Major League Baseball. Zephyr-John goes to the sweeper, misses upstairs. 2-1 for Mookie. Betts trying to get on for the first time tonight. He's 0 for 3. Following up that Shohei Ohtani solo homer. The 2-1 pitch. Mookie watches again. Strike 2 on the outer corner. Betts up, Freeman on deck. Neither of them have reached tonight. Combined 0 for 6. On this 2-2, Betts will check his swing on a breaking ball well outside. The Angels will appeal and lose. The count's full. It's a 4-2 ball game. Some life here at Dodger Stadium after that mammoth home run from Ohtani. With the batter's eye, the netting just right of center. The 3-2 ground ball just fouled the third base line. That home run, the best drive of the game, presented by Edmunds. See how much your car is worth at Edmunds.com.
Zephyr-John last season, 17 innings. No home runs this season. 3 home runs in 13 2/3 innings.
Ball 4. Betts walks. That will bring the tying run to the plate with Freddie Freeman.
Well, we can say very anxious and hungry Freddie Freeman.
And probably seeing a little bit of red tonight. He's had issues with the zone of home plate umpire Corey Blazer. He grounded into a double play to end the first, struck out in the 4th, and again in the 6th. So in Freddie Freeman's world, he's beyond due. 0 for 3, but over the last 3 weeks has been perhaps the hottest hitter in baseball.
All of baseball. Player of the week with a .500 average.
4-2, the Dodgers trail. Betts on first, Freeman at the plate with 1 out. Freddie represents the tying run. Zephyr exhales and deals. Freddie swings at the first pitch and hits it on the ground. It's a line drive. Caught it short by Neto.
And Mookie gave up.
And Mookie gave up on the play. Mookie was caught off first base.
Thinking it was a short hop.
And so, like that.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
We play in Toronto. Guerrero sends over some good stuff for the guys, so when we play in Toronto, I definitely dive into that.
You gotta be careful with Vladdy, bro, because a Dominican breakfast will put you to sleep, bro. ¿Cómo está sonando la comida dominicana ya?
La comida dominicana ya no sé cómo está sonando, porque obviamente mi esposa me cocina. O sea, hay restaurantes, pero no voy a comer comida latina.
Celebrate. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Must be 21 plus. Please drink responsibly.
Vroom, vroom. From the Galpin Motors broadcast booth. Streaming right to your mobile device. LA Dodgers baseball continues on its official home.
Top of the ninth is sponsored by Cars for Kids. Ready to donate your old car? Call 1-877 Cars for Kids now. Friendly agents are standing by to take your donation. It's Cars with a K. Donate your car today. First pitch at the top of the ninth is a strike from the new Dodger reliever, Ryan Ludus, who's acquired from St. Louis back on the first of the month for cash considerations. Making his Dodger debut. Gets a ground ball to left side. Mookie Betts. Long throw going away from him, but he won't have a chance to get Lugo running down the line. That was deep in the 6 hole. Mookie did great work to stop it on the backhand, but like I said, despite the valiant effort, really no chance to get Lugo.
He might as well as shortstop go out there and take a chance. Why not? You just never know how a guy gets out of the batter's box, so don't think that he's going to be safe just because you're that deep in the hole.
The Dodgers trail the Angels 4-2 here in the ninth inning, so Anaheim efforting some insurance runs against Ludus.
You know, a play like that, too, a lot of times the hitter will start rounding as it's rolling through.
Now Tim Anderson swings and a chopper rolling up the third base line, foul. So, Jose, I think that 8th inning, it's kind of stunned all of us, especially me, the way it ended. Freddie Freeman hit it well, but right at the shortstop, Zach Neto, who was well positioned, nearly straight up with the bag, and it looked like it might have short hopped into the glove the way he fielded it. That's certainly what Mookie Betts thought, but it was a line drive into the glove, and so Mookie was doubled off.
Absolutely. That was a great sell by Neto. Instinctive.
The 0-1 to Anderson. Top of the zone, called strike 2.
Explaining it better, when a guy hits a line drive with somebody, usually just firm grip, right? Catch it. Never see a line drive and a guy moving his glove right? And that's what Neto did. So Mookie's thinking that ball hit the ground.
And so Betts was, after that inning, was just taking his equipment off, palms to the sky, like, what can I do? Ludus climbs the ladder with a fastball and gets Anderson to strike out swinging. That's out number 1 here in the ninth.
Mention Ludus to St. Louis. Last season, he pitched for 3 games in 2 1/3, did not allow a run. And he collects strikeout numero uno.
And number 15 in the game for the Dodgers. It's very, I don't know that we've seen a game where the staff racks up this many punch-outs and they're losing.
That's strikeout number 1 in the big leagues for him.
So congratulations to Ryan Ludus. Lineup turns over for the Angels. Ball 1 up and in on Zach Neto. And right now, Neto has the decisive swing in the game. A 2-run double back in the 4th that came with 2 strikes. A 2-strike pitch from Dustin May. Ludus misses upstairs, 2-0. That at the time made it 4-0. The Dodgers have gotten 2 since. A Muncy RBI double and then Shohei's home run the last half inning. So Neto is currently the difference. 1 on, 1 out in the ninth, the 2-0. There's a strike, 94 on the outside corner.
Well, this was not over yet, but tomorrow's a big one. It's Kershaw Day.
Clayton Kershaw Appreciation Day, the season debut for 22 against old friend Tyler Anderson. Right now, the 2-1 pitch from Ludus. And Neto turns on a ball hooking down the line and into the corner. And Zach Neto looks like he's going to have extra bases again. He's into second, standing up with 1 out in the ninth. Holding at third was Lugo. So it'll be second and third for the Angels.
You see Bo Porter, coaching third base, throwing his hands up very early and down that line so he gets a good view from the runner to the coach. And a recent shuffle of coaches by Ron Washington, moving over Porter from first to third and Eric Young Sr. over to first base.
Lugo takes his lead off third, Neto off second. The Dodger infield is in. 1 out in the ninth, second and third. Shawnuel first pitch swinging. That's a base hit to center field. Lugo's going to score. Neto being waved around. Outman bobbles the ball in center. There won't be a throw. It's a 2-run base hit for Nolan Shawnuel. Massive insurance runs for the Angels in the ninth. It's now 6-2.
Yeah, those are big, coming late, tacking on some runs this late after the Shohei home run especially. And for an offense that came in scuffling in a big way, they have made every mistake be paid for and accounted for here tonight. 3.76 runs per game for the Angels coming into tonight. And that is 11th in the league and 24th in the big leagues.
It's a 4-run lead once again. Shawnuel on first, still only 1 out. Moncada takes a hack at the first pitch, swings through it, strike 1. Moncada got the party started all the way back in the first inning, ambushed the first pitch he saw from Dustin May and put it over the wall. A wall scraper and a line drive home run to right field.
Moncada's neck. You never know with him.
He's always been dealing with something. And now Ron Washington, athletic trainer, out to check on him. Moncada, really, if you have followed the Chicago White Sox over the last, 6-7 years, I don't know why you would. That's really a question for my father.
Not for you.
And myself, Dwayne McDonald. Then this is a familiar sight. Yoan Moncada feeling some discomfort and some pain.
Recent thumb injury.
Yeah, I mean, he's been on the injured list this year. Last year, only played 12 games because of an adductor strain. But he's going to stay in there. He steps back in, the switch hitter batting from the left side.
How about the option he had? Over $20 million.
Oh, it's shocker it wasn't picked up.
Easy decision right there.
It would appear to be the case. The 0-1. Fly to left center. Outman waits a moment to read it. Makes over to his right. And the catch has out number 2. 2 gone in the top of the ninth. The Dodgers back to trailing by 4. It's a 6-2 game. A 2-run single from Nolan Shawnuel. The Dodger infield was drawn in. I don't think it would have mattered if they were playing back. That was just a well-struck ball to center field. First pitch to Taylor Ward, below the zone, ball 1. Another old friend warming up in the Angel bullpen, Kenley Jansen, along with Reed Detmers, the lefty. We'll see which gets the ball to start the bottom of the ninth. Ludus misses up and in on Ward, 2-0. Here's the pitch. Ward was watching all the way at strike 1. In the bottom of the ninth, the Dodgers will have 4, 5, and 6. That would be Will Smith, Max Muncy, and Andy Pages. The 2-1. Downstairs, 3 balls and a strike. And who knows? I mean, if those 3 get on, perhaps you see a pinch hitting Kike Hernandez against Kenley Jansen.
Or whomever. Righty or lefty.
Doesn't matter.
Get Kike to do some damage.
3-1. And Ward pulls it foul. Hooks into the net on the third base side.
Yeah, so you were talking earlier. Here comes Tommy Edman.
Yeah.
The decision to be made here soon.
Dave Roberts said today that Edman would be back Sunday.
Then comes Teoscar.
Dave Roberts said Monday. So 2 big bodies back.
And 2 roster spots, they'll be cleared.
And it's a 2-out walk issued by Ludus. It'll be first and second for the Angels in the ninth.
Plus, there'll be another one cleared by tonight for Kershaw tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. So there will be some activity in the transaction log in the coming days for Andrew Friedman and the Dodger front office.
And traveling secretary.
Scott Akasaki. Yeah.
Hey, logistics matter, man.
And I bet you Scotty's got those already planned out. Jorge Soler digs in. 2 on, 2 out in the ninth. The Dodgers down 6-2. Ludus misses the zone away, ball 1. Soler is 0 for 4. Double play, 2 strikeouts. But there is always thunder in his bat, so you have to be careful and mindful. 20th pitch from Ludus. Soler swings and chops it to Muncy at third. Backhand in the glove, shuffles and throws. It's on the money to Freddie Freeman. So 2 stranded, but unfortunately for Ludus and the Dodgers, 2 scored. So the deficit swelled back to 4. 6-2 Angels in the middle of the ninth.
June 1st for the 3-game series between the Dodgers and the Yankees. Visit Dodgers.com/tickets. You're listening to LA Dodgers baseball.
On top of the mountain.
On the world champion LA Dodgers audio network.
The Dodgers have a 9th inning rally in them. They trail the Angels 6-2. And they welcome old friend Kenley Jansen to the mound for the Angels. This 37-year-old righty who pitched for the Dodgers from 2010 to 2021. 350 saves in Dodger blue. 350 of his 454.
Remarkable career for Kenley Jansen. ERA so far this season, 6.5 is 6.55. 7 for 7 in save situations. And recently had a memorable one when he allowed multiple home runs in the 9th inning.
Will Smith, the first Dodger up. First pitch. Swings and pokes it high in the air. Right field. Soler charging. This ball will be caught. No, he bobbles it out of the glove. And Smith is going to reach. That was in the air forever. And Joe Adell, who just came off the bench for Soler, came in, slid toward the line, but couldn't complete the catch.
He was playing the gap in right center field. Long run That ball was in the air a long time. He actually got to it on the slide, just could not handle it.
So that scored a single for Smith to lead off the 9th inning. Max Muncy up. Jansen starts him off with a strike at the knees. Max has been aboard all 3 times tonight. 2 walks, sandwiching an RBI double in the 4th. The pitch. Muncy swings and he pops it back foul, out of play. Dodgers down 4, so Smith getting on to lead off. That's exactly what Dave Roberts and company were looking for in this 9th inning against Kenley.
Base runners.
They need a few more. The 0-2 to Muncy. Swing and popped up on the infield. At second, Anderson calling for it. Now drifting back onto the grass, and he squeezes out number 1. So Muncy retired for the first time tonight. Andy Pages will stride to the plate with a runner on and 1 out.
Andy Pages.
Andy's 0 for 3. He has twice grounded into a double play. 2 of the 5 in this game for the Dodgers. First pitch just clipped the outside corner, allegedly. Strike 1. Those 5 double plays, it's tied for a franchise record, most by any Dodger club in any Dodger game. On this 0-1, Pages swings and fouls strike 2 off the chest protector of O'Hoppe. The Padres did lose at home against Seattle. So if the scoreboard holds here, there wouldn't be a change in the standings. The Dodgers would still be ahead of the Friars by a game in the division. The 0-2. Pages strikes out swinging. 97 from Kenley Jansen.
He was reaching back, trailing that front hip, working on getting extended just a little bit more than previously as he ages. Really driving down on that pitch.
Dodgers down to their last out, trailing 6-2 in the 9th. Smith on first. Conforto at the plate. Smith will go for second, and Kenley and the Angels indifferent to it. Ball 1 spiked off the plate. Kenley looked a little uncomfortable after that first pitch.
Still has that hip twitch.
Rocking into position for the 1-0 to Conforto. Here it is. It's upstairs, ball 2.
You can only think of Kenley Jansen, that presence on that mound and the history that he made for so many years. A former catcher.
Conforto 0 for 6 with 3 strikeouts lifetime against Kenley. Kike Hernandez has grabbed a bat to pinch hit. He's on deck. 2 outs. Smith on second. Conforto steps out for a moment. Now digs back in. Taps the plate twice. That's the bat just off his shoulder. Now the 2-0. Conforto watches strike 1. 94 on the fastball from Jansen. 46,273 attendance at Dodger Stadium on this firefighter appreciation night. The 2-1 Conforto will swing and poke it in the air to left field. This is playable for Ward. He's camped out. He makes the catch, and that's going to do it. The Angels come to Dodger Stadium and take the opener by a final of 6-2. They have a trio of 2-run innings. They scored 2 in the first, 2 in the 4th, and 2 in the 9th. But ultimately, Jose Mota, you're looking at Jack Kohanowitz is really the player of the game for Anaheim.
Power pitcher with some sinking action. That's why so many ground balls today. 5 double plays by the Angels turn against the Dodgers here tonight. And on top of that, you just knew that he just did not give the batters that many good looks. But if I were to tell you that there's a team today that struck out 15 times and went 2 for 10 with men in scoring position, you think there's no chance they won. Well, they did. Angels came into this game averaging only 3.6.